As the Federal Reserve begins cutting rates, investors are once again asking an important question: where can I find income today? For the past few years, higher yields were relatively easy to find, but as rates decline, traditional income sources are starting to compress. That's leading many investors to look beyond the usual areas, exploring alternative corners of the market that can help keep portfolios productive. Income has always played a critical role in long-term investing, not only as a source of cash flow, but also as a stabilizer of total return. In today's environment, that role is more central than ever. As interest rates fall and bond yields move lower, investors are realizing that the window to lock in attractive yields may begin to narrow. The question isn't whether income matters, it's where to find it next. And increasingly, that means looking to areas that offer yield beyond just traditional bonds. Several factors are shaping where investors are finding income today. First, falling policy rates tend to result in lower yields across government and corporate bonds, driving investors to consider new sources of income that are less directly tied to central bank policy. Second, as markets transition from a high rate to a lower rate environment, demand for income-oriented assets often increases, which can push yields on traditional instruments even lower. And finally, diversification always matters. Not all yield sources behave the same way. Sectors like private credit, real estate, and preferred securities each respond differently as rates and market conditions evolve. Blending these sources can help investors maintain attractive income while balancing risk across sectors. At VanEck, we've built a suite of income-focused ETFs designed to give investors access to diverse sources of yield, efficiently and transparently. 3 stand out in today's environment. First, the VanEck BDC Income ETF, ticker BIZD or BIZD. Business development companies, or BDCs, a key part of the private credit market. BDCs lend to small and mid-sized U.S. businesses, earning income through interest and fees on those loans. This structure allows them to distribute a large share of their earnings directly to investors, often resulting in yields that are among the highest in the income universe. BIZD provides diversified access to these income-generating companies through a single, liquid ETF, offering exposure to private credit's yield potential without the complexity of selecting individual BDCs. Next, the VanEck Mortgage REIT Income ETF, ticker MORT or MORT. Mortgage REITs invest in portfolios of mortgage-backed assets and earn income from the difference between the rates they pay to borrow and the rates they receive on their investments. That spread can create substantial cash flow, which is typically passed on to investors through dividends. MORT captures this high yield potential by offering diversified access to U.S. mortgage REITs in a single ETF. And finally, the VanEck Preferred Securities X Financials ETF, ticker PFXF. Preferred securities occupy a unique place between stocks and bonds. They typically pay higher coupons than traditional bonds while ranking senior to common equity. However, most of the preferred market is dominated by financial issuers, such as banks and insurers, leaving many preferred strategies heavily concentrated in this one sector. PFXF takes a different approach by excluding those financial issuers altogether. It instead focuses on other areas of the preferred market like utilities, REITs, and industrial companies, where yields remain elevated and diversification is broader. For investors seeking attractive income with reduced sector concentration, PFXF offers a compelling alternative within the preferred space. Together, these 3 ETFs provide exposure to complementary sources of yield, from private credit and real estate financing to hybrid corporate securities, all designed to help investors stay positioned for income in today's evolving rate environment. As the rate environment shifts, the search for yield is evolving, but opportunity remains. By combining diversified sources of income, investors can stay positioned for today while preparing for what comes next. VanEck's income ETFs, BIZD, MORT, and PFXF offer efficient and transparent access to some of the market's most compelling income opportunities. To learn more about these funds and explore additional market insights, visit VanEck.com.